In the great, frozen silence of an age long past, consciousness begins to stir. Eyes, once driven only by instinct, now hold a flicker of awareness, a question posed to the unforgiving world. This was a time of survival, a memory etched in our very bones, of a world left behind. But survival is a journey forward, a relentless march against the biting winds of change. Each step, a testament to endurance, each breath, a defiance against the encroaching frost. They walk together, a fragile community bound by a shared, unspoken purpose. A silent predator, the ghost of the mountain, watches it too as a survivor, a master of this desolate kingdom. The tribe presses on, their silhouettes a fragile line against the vast, indifferent white. There is a leader, not by title, but by the weight of the journey in his gaze. The world shifts beneath their feet, as a great cooling forces them from the cradle of humanity. He holds her hand, a simple gesture of connection, a promise in a world that offers none. Their bond is a warmth against the cold, a strength found not in solitude, but in unity. The ghost watches, its eyes piercing the veil of snow, seeing not prey, but a reflection of its own wild spirit. It is a world of instinct, of hunter and hunted, yet something new is awakening in the eyes of the hunted. They are aware of the gaze, the unseen threat that stalks their path. Fear is now tempered with caution. The leopard's stare is a challenge, a question of who truly belongs to this icebound land. The mountain is a wall, an obstacle of ice and stone that must be conquered. Hand over hand, they climb, their ascent a metaphor for their own evolution. Nature is a relentless adversary. The wind howls, and the sky unleashes its frozen fury. But even in the heart of the storm, they look out for one another. Tragedy strikes the cold, a silent hunter claims one of their own. But they do not leave him in this moment, something profound is born: compassion. They lift him, sharing the burden of loss, refusing to let the wilderness erase him from their small history. This act of carrying their fallen brother is the first pillar of civilization being laid. The predator leaves them to their grief, perhaps sensing a strength it does not understand. The journey continues, now heavier with sorrow, but also stronger in its shared humanity. They are changing. The hardship is carving new lines on their faces, and new thoughts in their minds. They are no longer just a pack, they are a people, defined by their resilience. The ghost of the mountain is a constant reminder of the world they must outweed to survive. Standing on a precipice, they are not just looking at the view, they are planning, thinking, anticipating. In this harsh classroom, they are learning the lessons of strategy and foresight. They are becoming more than creatures of the present moment, they are architects of the future. Resting on a cliffside, they are a tableau of contemplation, a family forged in adversity. They move with a new determination, their faces etched with the memory of their loss. The leader stands, a sentinel for his tribe, his posture no longer ape-like, but human. He points. It is not just a direction, but a declaration of hope, a vision of what lies ahead. They feel the sting of the wind, the bite of the snow, but a new warmth begins to glow within them. Purpose. The mountain groans, a power far greater than their own, indifferent to their struggle. They huddle together, finding safety not in a cave, but in each other's presence. Finally, the landscape begins to soften. The endless ice gives way to frozen earth and scattered trees. This new world is still cold, still challenging, but it holds a promise of life. A child points. She has seen something. A new curiosity is taking root. They bend down, not just to rest, but to investigate, to learn from the ground beneath them. This is the dawn of inquiry, the birth of science in its most primal form. They clear the snow, their hands working in concert, driven by a shared hypothesis. A flock of birds, another sign of life, a confirmation that they are on the right path. He digs, his movements deliberate, his mind focused on the potential reward. His hands, once used only for climbing and fighting, are now tools of discovery. He unearths a root. It is more than food, it is knowledge, it is a key to unlocking this new land. The tribe observes, a silent lesson passing between them. Knowledge is now a shared resource. Another member tries, mimicking the action, learning through observation. The mind is adapting, creating new pathways to solve the ancient problem of hunger. They have found a treasure, not of gold, but of sustenance, earned through intellect and cooperation. He examines his find, a look of profound concentration on his face. The birds take flight again, their journey mirroring that of the tribe below. Under the shelter of a winterbear tree, they share their first meal in this new world. This simple act of eating together reinforces the bonds that have kept them alive. He chews slowly, thoughtfully. His mind is already processing, categorizing this new food source. She looks up, her gaze scanning the horizon, already thinking about tomorrow. They are no longer just reacting to the world, they are beginning to understand it. But they are not alone. The wild spirit of this land continues its silent patrol. The predator senses them, a new presence in its territory, a new variable in the equation of survival. Their joy is a foreign sound in this silent landscape, a spark of warmth in the cold. The leopard moves, a river of muscle and fur, its world of pure instinct challenged by the rise of intellect. An avalanche, a raw display of nature's power, reminds them of their fragility. They press onward, walking through a canyon of ice, a path carved by time itself. They are intruders in this ancient landscape, yet they walk with growing confidence. And then, they see them, the original inhabitants of this land, the reindeer. They follow, not as hunters, but as observers, learning the rhythm of this new ecosystem. The animals are their guide, their presence a sign of a sustainable life ahead. The path is clear now, a valley that promises shelter and sustenance. The great stag watches them pass, a silent acknowledgement between two forms of life. He stoops to examine a track in the snow, reading the story the world has written. His hand traces the imprint, a connection across species, a moment of pure scientific observation. They understand now they are not just passing through, they are becoming part of this world. The reindeer move through the pass, their migration a timeless dance. The tribe follows, their own journey finding its place in this ancient procession. A young reindeer grazes, a symbol of the gentle life that can be sustained here. Their expressions soften, the constant tension of survival gives way to a quiet sense of arrival. She points to the horizon, no longer with desperation, but with the confidence of a true pioneer. Before them lies a vast valley, bathed in the light of a new dawn, a promise of home. They have endured the ice, they have overcome loss, they have arrived. This is not the end of their journey, but the beginning of our own.